Hi, guys. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. What's going on, fam? How are you guys doing? Welcome to the Sunday Talk Show. And today we have a great topic about gender assignment rules in relationships. What's your opinion? Do men have certain assignments? Do women have certain assignments in relationships? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to drop the StreamYard's link so you can come up, share your opinion. You don't have to be on camera. Turn your camera off. I just want to hear you guys. Let me know what you think. Come up on the panel. It's an open panel today. So I'm going to get started with the Best Life Crew affirmation. But before then, I want to give a shout out to all my members. Thank you, members of the Best Life Crew, Boss Life Online, Bozo Calvin Jr., Team Arranger, Pandy's Hair Candy, and more, Pittsburgh Artist Studio, Dunamis Sound Mind Services, The Amazing Sylvia, and Marlin's Music Channel. I thank you so much for your support of my channel. So let's get started, guys. Let's put up the Best Life Crew affirmation. Welcome, everybody, and happy Sunday.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey, guys, happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? Let me stop this banner here. My banner. Let's hide that. Okay, we're good. Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody is well. How is your day so far? I hope you're enjoying some time either by yourself, with your family. All that matters is I hope today you're in a good mood. You're feeling happy, you're positive, you're in a good mind space. I hope so. So I welcome everybody in the chat, Carla, just vlogging life, Edward Smart, Angela Critters. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So I'm about to drop in the chat here. I'm about to drop in the chat the link. You guys can come up on the panel. I'm about to drop it. So you guys can come up whenever you're ready, just to let me know what you're thinking on this topic. Hey, Rochelle, welcome. I hope you're doing great as well. I hope everybody's doing good. So let's get right into the topic today, guys. Gender roles in a relationship. What do you think? I hear, like a split when it comes to this topic. There are some people who definitely believe they have a definite strong opinion saying that men have certain things that they have to do in a relationship and women have certain things to do in the relationship. Let me know. What's your opinion? Do you think there are certain assignments for certain genders? They're saying, I've heard from men and women, they are saying that men have to do like things like empty the garbage, take care of the outside. And they have said that in the kitchen is where a woman belongs. So let me know. What do you think? Do you agree with that? Agree? Disagree? Let me know. Come up on the panel. You are welcome. I want to hear all of you guys' opinion. Hey, Boss Life Online, welcome. You guys are all welcome to come up on the panel today and let me know what you think. You don't have to show your face. You can just come up with just audio. I just want to hear what you guys think so you can add to the statement that has been said. So Angela Critters has the first opinion here. Angela says she raised her son to be metrosexual. He and then it cut off. I don't know what else you wanted to say, Angela. So that's an opinion. She says she raised her husband to be metrosexual. Uh, and this is what Angela says. He plans meals, buys groceries, and cooks. His wife cleans after the meal. Okay, so you're saying you raise your son to be helpful, and his wife does the cleaning. Very interesting. I think I saw a super chat when my song was going. Let me scroll up. Thank you so much for the super chat, super sticker, Angela. I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that all opinions. I appreciate all donations. So come up on the panel, guys. Don't be afraid, ashamed. Let me know what your opinion is. You guys are welcome to state how you feel. So if you guys are afraid, I'll just keep talking. So what is my opinion on it? Gender assignments, gender rules in relationships. I feel I'm about to get you guys stirred up, but I do feel that there are certain things I expect from a man. And I don't think that that's a gender assignment, but I do think that there are certain things that a man should do in a relationship. And I don't know. I don't know. Does that sound biased or wrong? But I definitely have a strong opinion on what I think men should do in a relationship. Is it biased? Maybe, probably. But it's still my opinion. I still think that the man's job is to be outside and a woman stays inside and takes care of the inside. My opinion. I like a man to be able to keep a yard together, keep the outside looking good, make sure the trash is taken care of. There's things that I don't want to do. Maybe it's because that's how I feel. Maybe it's the way that I was raised, the way I saw my mom and my dad handle things. That's just how I grew up, that there's certain things that a man should do. And there's also things that I feel like there is no gender assignment, like things in the house, like household assignments. I feel like everybody, both sides can do laundry, both sides can cook, both sides can do laundry. But when it comes to the outside maintenance, my personal opinion, I feel that's the man's job. You guys let me know. What do you think about that? Okay, Boss Life Online says, well, if I can cook, the man can cook, clean, and do it all except have the baby. Now, that is an entirely different story after a baby gets here. Okay, Boss Life Online. So Gio is saying that if she can cook, a man can cook. He can do all except have the baby. So I definitely think, hey, Van Life with Gina, welcome. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. I definitely think that when it comes to cooking, I don't think it goes man or woman. I think it's whoever is the better cook. Now, I have to keep it real with y'all. When I was in a relationship, I definitely felt like the guy that I was with, he definitely was a better cook than me. So I was like, you do better than me. I had to humble myself and accepted that I wasn't the queen of that kitchen. And I bowed out and said, you can have it, because he did a much better job than me. I feel it's whoever does better at a certain task. Like when it comes to financial things, I will say, I know that I'm the financial girl, so I can hold it down. I know how to save money. I know how to spend money. I know how to balance the books. So I think I can handle financial things better, but I do believe there are some things that guys just do better. That's my opinion. Let me know how you feel. I do feel there are some things that guys do better. Yeah. Angela says that she prefers her husband to do the trash. You prefer? I don't really give a choice. I say, I do the clearing my throat. I see that there's trash there. Can you handle that for me, please? Pretty please. So I'll say it in a nice way, but that's my opinion. I think it's just what I like. I think it's a preference too, not maybe a role. It's whoever does better at it. So let's see what Just Blogging Life has to say. I think men and women have assigned roles, but we have shared value system though. We both do the yard, dishes, and laundry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Carla, hold on. Hold your horses, Carla. You're saying you both do the yard, dishes, and laundry? Hmm. That's so whatever new generation of people who believe that. I probably am in the generation of old fashioned. I definitely feel like women stay in the house, keep the house pretty and clean, and men do the dirty. Anything that involves sweating outside, go outside, boo boo, and handle it. It's my opinion. I'm not telling you guys what to think or to feel, but I personally feel like all that yard work and sweating outside, you guys can handle it, please and thank you. And I will stay inside and clean up this house. That's just my opinion. Oh, Edward says he cooks every now and then. Okay, Edward, come through. Come through, Edward. So there are men who do believe in cooking. So, Edward, what is your opinion when it comes to gender roles in relationships? Let me know that too. And welcome to the show. Van Life with Gina. Welcome. Happy Sunday to you. Okay. Let's see what Angela Critter says. Okay, here you go. Angela says, until my hands became disabled, I had lady-sized chainsaw and my own small, I think that says tiller. Tiller, you love yard work. Okay. So see that? I think it depends on what you like. What's your personal views, value system, all of that comes into play. But personally, the way that I was raised, I don't like to be outside in the yard. I have a lawn person that does that. And I feel like it in a relationship, if I got to empty the trash, you don't need to be here, boo boo. That's how I feel. If I got to empty the trash and clean up outside, you can go. My opinion. I'm not telling y'all what to think and to feel, but my opinion, there's certain things that I will not do. And I feel like if I have to do it, you don't need to be here. My opinion, like I said, my opinion. Boss Life Online says, well, of course he can cook better than me. I will clean the kitchen. Okay, Boss Life Online. So you're saying if he cooks better, then let him cook. Okay, you'll clean the kitchen. I think it's basically it's about balance in a relationship. It's whatever works for the two of you, whatever makes the two of you happy. If cooking for him makes you happier, then you got to have that discussion. And I feel like it's important to have those type of discussions. Like I had to in a relationship. Like I had to humble myself because he was like, baby girl, you're not as good as you think in the kitchen. Okay. And I had to say, bow my head, eat some humble pie and say, you're right. You are better in the kitchen than me. So hold it down. I feel like it's whoever is better. Like I know that there's certain things that I do well at cooking, but there's certain things that I'm not good at. So it's a personal preference for me. I'd rather a man take care of other things, but if he's better cook than me, by all means. And maybe I may find somebody who will be better with finances than me. Then of course, by all means, take it over. I think it's whatever works best in your relationship between you and whoever you're with. If that person's better at cleaning, let them clean. If that person's better at cooking, but it's about balance, working together for the happiness of the relationship. You have to have those type of conversations and let each other know, with transparency, like, you know, I appreciate you doing certain things, but I feel that I'm better at this. So I think I'm going to take this over because I think I'm better at it. So have those kinds of conversations, because I think sometimes we may expect certain things in a relationship and then we don't voice it. Like we don't have the conversation to say, I'm better at this, so I think I'm going to take this over. Or we're expecting the person in the relationship to handle something, but we've never told them. So you have to have open conversations and let each other know how you feel. So Angela says, my daughter-in-law is a terrible cook. Poor girl. Oh, that's sad, Angela. I I don't think personally I'm a terrible cook. I think I'm a pretty good cook, but I'm a good cook when it comes to Caribbean food because that's the way I was raised. When it comes to Caribbean food, I can hold it down. I know how to make some oxtails and curried shrimp and festival and rice and peas. I know how to cook Caribbean dishes, but American dishes, uh, there's a few American dishes I do well at, but when it comes to Caribbean food, I got it on lock. But if I'm with somebody who they want American food all the time, they're gonna have to be doing the cooking. That's just me. Carla says, I don't take out garbage or go to the gas station to fill up the gas tank unless it's an emergency. Okay. So for you, Carla, that's something that your husband takes care of. And that's you. Have you had that discussion with your husband prior to marriage? You guys let me know. At what point in the relationship do you start talking about the things that you want and need out of the relationship? It's something that I say right away. I need somebody who's going to be a man, like be a man, like and not be afraid to lead. And that's my opinion. That's things that I want. That's my value system. I need someone that I'm not going to have to worry about him just doing things and tackling things. One thing I do not like is a weak person that I have to always tell you what I want when I want it. I need somebody who's going to look and see this is what needs to be done and just does it. For me, that's very important. Somebody who knows how to just handle things. I just cannot take a weak man. It's such a turn off for me personally. I don't like when you have to tell a man what to do. If a man can't see something and handle it for me personally, I'd rather be by myself. That's just my opinion. Angela, what you laughing at? Just logging live says, oh, she said, is it we don't take out the garbage? Clarify that for me, Carla. Okay, Angela says, my husband loves doing dishes, but he stinks at laundry. Okay. So, Angela, did you have that conversation with your husband prior to marriage or during the relationship? Or is it something that you just found out that he's not good at the laundry, so hence he does the dishes? Let me know that. So Angela says, we like working side by side. It's our shared thing. Okay. So you guys work well together. I know personally, if I'm doing dishes or doing stuff in the kitchen, there's certain things like I like to wash or he can wash, but one person wash, one person dry. I think that that's nice if you have that type of relationship. But I like that somebody who will dry the dishes, put the dishes away, something like that. It's nice to not have to handle things entirely on your own. Life Online says, I don't like taking out the trash, mowing the lawn, none of that. My man will be doing that. That is the first question I ask. Hey, if this is to go any further, will you? Life Online, I feel you. I feel you, sis. Because I had that conversation early. So you kind of, in my opinion, you kind of get rid of the riffraff because you got to let somebody know, like up front, because I don't believe in stringing somebody along, letting them feel something that is, you know, like, be transparent. Let people know how you feel. I am definitely a person. I expect flowers every single paycheck. I expect the um, garbage to be taken out every day. I don't like trash in the house overnight. I like the dishes to be put away every evening. There's certain things, and I think my value system is based on the way I was raised, the way I saw my mom keep a house very neat, efficient, clean. So that's part of my value. There's some things that I got from my mother, but there's some things that I personally wanted. So that's how I my system is built on that. Some my mom, some me. Do you guys have that too? Did you learn something from your parents that's part of your value system, or are you completely different from your parents' value system? Okay. Angel says my mom did lady chores. She only planted one patch of flowers every spring. Okay. So your mom was the woman of the house. She held it down and did everything. I I'm kind of person that I feel, my personal opinion, if whoever it is, man or woman, because sometimes men are the stay at home parent and the wife goes out because it just works better because the wife gets a better pay than he did, or and the kids enjoy being with their dad more, then that works. But it has to be what works for the two of you, not by society norms or other people. I think each person in a relationship has to decide what works for them and then go with that. Because in my relationship and the relationship I see with my siblings, we all have different value systems. One of my siblings, they feel that their spouse should do nothing, you know, as long as he's making a paycheck, they feel that's the only thing that's important. And like she's carrying everything. And I don't believe in that. That's my personal system. I think that if yes, while he is bringing in an income, you may not be bringing in an income, but think about all the things if he had to have somebody come in and clean the house, somebody to cook, somebody to balance the finances, somebody to do all those things, get the groceries. So maybe that's more of an old school way of doing things. I feel like everything in the house is a woman's job and finances is just a man's job. I don't take part in that value system. I think when it comes to finances, my opinion, like I said, I think that expenses are supposed to be shared, and each person in a relationship would decide who pays what bills and go with that. You have to do what works. But for me, I believe in sharing expenses in the home, and I think it's important to have transparency in relationships because I work with elderly people and I see all the time where one of the spouse dies and the other spouse has no idea anything about the finances. They don't know what insurance they have. They don't know how bills are being paid. They don't know the cost, how much the light is, how much the water is, what is the mortgage. So I think it's important to have transparency. Everything, when the bills are paid, you come together and say, this will be paid and this is how, this is what account, this is the insurance, this is where I keep all of that personal information. You got to have conversations and not just let one person handle everything. I think that leads to stress as well. Let's see what else is being said in the chat. Thanks everybody for your comments. You guys are welcome to come up on the panel. If you want to leave your opinion, I would welcome you up here. Okay. So Angela says, my mom did lady chores, a fantastic cook. My dad cooked every Sunday breakfast while she got kids ready for church. Okay. So Angela, you're saying your parents were like the old school. You know, your mom did all the lady chores and she cooked. And was that because was the times? Because when my mom and dad were married, my parents were married 52 years. They were married until they died. And my mom's system was she was expected to do all the cooking, All the cleaning, everything in the house was my mom's job, even the outside, because my dad didn't do that. Even my mom mowed the lawn. She planted the flowers. She did everything when it came to the finances. It's just my mom and dad came together when it came to bills, to talk about who is going to pay what bill. But I think everything in the house, from my parents' standpoint, my mom thought everything in the house was taken care of by the woman, and my dad just contributed financially. Thanks for your comment, Angela. So, Boss Life Online says, I really like if a man keeps my car filled with gas and makes sure it has oil and water and everything. I guess keep the maintenance up. Okay. Yeah, I like that too. I think that there are certain things that it's like a luxury, in quotes. It's a luxury to have somebody who will do certain things. I feel like that's really sweet in a relationship for whoever you're with, to take care of certain things like fill up your car with gas, keep it cleaned, clean your tires, bring you flowers, take out the trash. That's my opinion. I think that that's something sweet on top of what they already do. But it depends on what's working for you and your family. Because if one person is a stay at home person and they're not contributing financially, I think sometimes that maybe they have to do a little more because they're not working outside. But it depends on what works for them. You have to work whatever works best for you and your relationship. Let's see. Angela says, my husband has evolved. He buys the groceries now because it hurts your hands. Okay. Yeah, and that's another thing. I think sometimes maybe in a relationship when you may get together, you may have things that you each do, but as things change in the relationship, you're getting older, maybe one person gets sick, something like that. Or maybe you may have family members move in because they're getting older or they get sick. So roles change maybe in the relationship, but I think the most important thing is to have the discussion. What works best for the two of you? What makes you happy? And I feel like sometimes maybe you may start taking advantage of the other person in a relationship. I've seen that too, where you kind of always expect the person to cook. You always expect the person to do something because they have done it. You have to ask, are you still happy doing this? Have those type of conversations, and also learn to show appreciation for the things that each person is doing. Like, don't take it for granted that that person is cooking and cleaning and finances and going to a job. Always show appreciation for whatever is happening in the relationship. I think sometimes that causes a breakdown in a relationship when you kind of expect people to do what they always have done. And then sometimes you may do something for a while, and then after a while, you don't want to do that anymore. And then maybe I've seen that cause a breakup too, because one person now may say, I want to be involved in the finances, and the other person may not agree. Have you guys ever heard of that before too? Angela says he has bought groceries for 10 years now. I love him for that. That's awesome, Angela. That's a luxury, not having to go to the grocery store anymore. I think for my mom, when my dad passed away, my dad was the one to always make sure my mom had gas. My dad always took her car to the gas station every single Friday, filled up her tank, cleaned up her car, put air in her tires, oil, water, everything. Um, yeah, so that was nice. And my dad mainly went and, when they used to actually take the bill and go into the place and paid it, like the light company, the water company, my dad took care of all of that. So when my dad passed away first, my mom was kind of like thrown for a loop because she did not know what to do. And I feel like that's so important, that while you may not be handling taking care of the bills, you still should know the amount. How much does the light bill cost? How much is the mortgage? What account is that paid for? Do we have insurance? How much is that every month? And what would be the premium if something happened to you? You got to have those type of conversations in relationships too. Don't wait until a person passes away to then scramble and figure, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to me now? Boss Life Online says when you first meet them, I don't want to get to know them for about 3 months and then ask. Okay, Boss Life Online. So you want to know up front. Me too. I'm the type of person like, because I'm older, I don't have time for the games. Like wait a year and then say how you feel. I feel like don't waste my time. Know up front, what works. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. It's no ill harm. But I don't have time for games. I don't have time for the games. Thanks for your comment, Boss Life Online. Rochelle says, I like the way God said it should be, but still be flexible. What the couple wants in the home should be the standard. Right. I agree with that, Rochelle. I remember when I when I was in my relationship and my mom was like, no, you don't make him cook. You don't make him do this and you don't make him do that. That's what a woman should do. So that's my mom's value system. That's how my mom was raised at the time. I think my mom was 80 years old. That's just how it was back in the day, that women just did all the cooking, all the cleaning, the laundry. My mom always made sure my dad's clothes was ironed and pleated. You remember those pleats down the front of the pants? My mom always had my dad crisp and clean. So that's what she did. That's what made her happy. But I don't believe in that. I think that there's certain things like laundry, cooking, groceries. Those are the tasks that I think that you can share. It's whoever is better at that. That's the person that does it. Thanks for your comment, Rochelle. Let's see. Angela says, my man better not step over something and tell me to pick it up. Okay, Angela. Angela, you're not going for it? You're not going for it at all, huh? I meant we have a shared value system. Okay. Thank you, Carla. Yeah, it's important to have conversations. Hey, Barry, welcome. How are you doing? It's so important. Hey, Silly Mommy for Life. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. I'm making sure I don't miss any comments. Let's see. I'm trying to see where I am. Okay, here we are. I'm caught up now. So Angela says he is laundry challenged. I found out before marriage. He kept buying new clothes instead of laundry. Now I have been there, Angela. I won't say everything, all the tea, all the details, but when I kept seeing every single week they were buying new shirts, new pants, I was like, what you mean? Why are you, just launder it? And they laughed. They laughed because I found out later that they don't do laundry. So they would rather buy clothes. They wear all the clothes for 2 weeks and then they would donate or put it in the garbage. Well, this person, they had the finances to be able to do that. So instead of washing clothes, they would get rid of their clothes or put it in the garbage, which I think was a waste. I was like, this is not going to work out. You can't be wasting money like this. That did not work with me. Angela says just vlogging. That makes a great marriage. Okay. Yeah, you guys communicate with each other in chat. Rochelle, I like that comment. Oh, Barry says listening while you shop. Barry, what you shopping for? Welcome in. I hope you're doing great on this Sunday. Angela says my mom didn't work, so the inside of the house was her castle, and we happily followed Mama's rules. Okay. So your mom didn't work. Okay. Edward's talking to Barry. Welcome, Silly Mommy. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. I hope you're doing great. How are your kids? Guys talking with each other. Boss Life Online says, I can do a lot of stuff for myself, but it always feels good to have someone help you. Yeah, I think that right there is the thing. You kind of have certain things that you want. And I believe that certain things in relationships are luxuries, definitely luxuries. It's not that I feel that a man has to do things, but I feel like sometimes if a man wants to, for me personally, it's my value system. I like a man to be a leader. And I feel like if a man does not know how to lead, if he doesn't know how to lead himself, how is he going to lead me and hold down the family so that we can work together? That's just my opinion. It may not be a popular one, but I believe in the man being the head of the family. You know, that's my value system. And I believe that in working together, when he boosts me up, I boost him up. Um, and for me, that system works. Okay, silly mommy. So Angela says, your dad did all the grilling out on the weekends, yard work, handed over the check, and she paid everything. Okay. See, see, my mom and my dad, they were from the old school. While my mom, my parents had 10 kids. And for my parents, my dad worked outside of the home and my mom worked outside of the home too, full time. So I don't know how my mom did it personally, because my mom, she never left us without things. And I always felt the support from my mom, like every PTA meeting, whatever silly little play we were in, my mom was always there. I would see my dad sometimes, but it was mainly my mom that was there for those things. And my dad was the financial person to make sure you had everything that you wanted. So my family, that was the way my dad showed love. He bought things for us. And it wasn't until I got older that I realized that's how my dad showed love. He wasn't a person to verbally say it until I got older, and I taught him that because he wasn't raised to express feelings and say as a man that I love my children and stuff. He learned that later on in my life, but he did learn it, and I was proud of my dad that he was evolving and maturing into opening his heart to learning new things. I don't remember my dad picking out paint colors and couch fabric like men do now. Yeah. I like when, you know, you can have somebody who has an opinion, because I know some women may not agree with me on this thought, but I think in a relationship, while maybe the man doesn't care about how certain things look in the house, but I think it's important to have opinions, because I don't think it would be nice to have a pink bathroom, pink towels, or red, or whatever colors maybe the man doesn't like. Like if he had definitely said, I don't like purple, I don't like pink, I don't like red, I don't think it would be nice to be in a relationship and then to know that they don't like that color and then to say, well, it doesn't matter because this is my house. I feel like that starts turmoil. And on the other hand, too, as well, I think as a man shouldn't want, because he may like certain darker colors or lighter colors, to feel like it has to be that way because I live in this house. I think that you guys both have to compromise and come to a sort of middle ground and say, okay, I don't mind, maybe not purple, but maybe this color, maybe yellow, maybe green. So come to an agreement so that you both can be happy, because if you both live there, both of you should be happy with the furniture, with towels, with sheets. I think it's important to go down to every little detail, because you don't want every single time, oh, I hate these dishes every time they have to eat, or I hate these towels, or I hate those curtains, I hate the comforter. Have those type of conversations. That's why I wanted to do this live stream, to not just talk about gender roles, but like balancing things in a relationship. Don't be all out for just yourself, because while there are things I definitely want and desires, and I think that maybe it's a luxury in the relationship, it's an added thing or a bonus. I think it's important for each of you to have your say and to come to a compromise. Okay, you may not like this, but what about this? And then you both can meet at a happy medium. I feel like that's maturity in a relationship. And maybe some people aren't willing to compromise. And that's why sometimes relationships don't work out. Hey, that doggy stray. Welcome. How are you doing? Welcome to the Sunday Talk Show. Yeah, my mom was a strong woman. She definitely was. I will say that. She had 10 kids, grandkids, and my mom lived to be 80 years old. Took care of my dad with cancer for over a year at his end stage, and 2 years before that. So when my dad passed away, yeah, she was done. She couldn't handle it anymore. What are you saying exactly about silly mommy? Did I miss your comment? My husband would be lost without me as far as running our house. He's the first to say it. Okay. And what do you mean by that? What things would he be lost without, Angela? Let me know. What did Angela say? What did I miss? Yes, if you're better at making sandwiches, then handle that. I know that's right. That's how I feel too. The doggy stray, that dog stray. I think sometimes, I know for me personally, it was hard for me to accept when I found out that they were better at cooking, for me to be like, okay. Like, I think it takes some humility when you realize that you may not be as good at something as you thought you were, because I think that everybody in a relationship, they want to be like, feel that they're so great at everything, where it's okay. I had to learn that it is okay to not be good at everything and just like humble myself and just like swallow some humble pie. Like, it's okay. You cannot be perfect at everything. And my friends and my family tell me that all the time. Like, you don't have to be perfect at everything. It's okay. Let that man be a man. Barry, you're doing well. I'm so glad. I hope you're having a great Sunday. Hey, Miss Full Roller, how are you doing? Okay, Miss Full Roller says both men and women have to eat and do all the things to live in this life. So it is strictly conditioning to say that only certain genders is responsible for these tasks. Okay, Miss Full Roller, what else do you feel? So you don't feel that there is a gender assignment. You feel like whatever tasks to be taken care of, it should be taken care of together? Let me know. You guys are welcome to come up here. I don't know why everybody's being shy today. Nobody's coming up on the panel. You don't have to be on camera. You can just do audio. Come on up. No one beats mama's cooking. That doggy stray. Why am I calling you doggy? That dog stray. I don't know why I want to say doggy. But yeah, I will say that. My mom was a Jamaican mom. Until this day, nobody can make oxtails, rice and peas, plantain like my mother. My mother was the best. And my mom, when she passed away, she was 80. And my mom still was raking the yard, cutting the lawn, doing everything. When she couldn't handle it anymore, because my mom always said that she couldn't live without my dad. They were married 52 and a half years. 10 children, grandchildren. I think my mom got married when she was 26. So imagine from 26 to 80. I can't imagine all those years being with somebody and then they die. So I feel my mom, in the beginning, I felt like she was selfish to leave us, but her heart was broken. So I feel you, Mom. Now I understand, now that I've stepped back from it and looked at it from a different aspect. Thank you for your comment. He cannot. Who cannot? Boss Life Online, who cannot? What are you talking about? What did I miss? Hey, Afrogenic. How you doing, sis? Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what Boss Life Online says. If a man can cook better than me, I would not care. Have at it. I will do something else like laundry, clean the kitchen. I can cook, but never like it, and I still don't. So you're honest. Boss Life Online says that she doesn't really like cooking. So if he's better at it, then let him have it. Whereas some women, it doesn't matter for them whether they're good at it or not. They're like, I'm the woman and women are in the kitchen. So I do think that you have to be able to voice that and let your partner know how you feel. I would prefer if you would do the cooking. That would make me happier. What do you think about that? So thank you for your comment, Boss Life Online. Angela Critters. He can't plan a meal. He isn't a good cook. He would eat out if I was gone. You know what's funny? I'll show you guys something funny. When we used to go out of town for a week and let my dad have the house so he could like get his brain together from all the kids, our friends, because having all these kids in the house, and each one of us would have a friend over, their best friend, have sleepovers, all that. So my dad would need a break, so we would go to my sister's house in Orlando, and then when we came back, it was nothing but takeout. I mean, all the dishes were clean. My dad never used a dish. My dad ate out every single day. All the things that, of course, my mom would not let him eat. We saw. I was like, oh my gosh, Dad, did you empty the trash? Did you do any? He's like, I can't do without your mom. I miss her. So my dad was not the cook. And then when I found out later in life, my dad was a great cook. He just preferred not to cook. He thought my mom did better. Yes, Afrogenic, welcome to the stream. Welcome, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Hope you're enjoying the discussion, because I certainly am. This is eye-opening, the things that I'm learning about you guys. Silly Mommy says, yes, me and my hubby was together for 14 years. Okay. So, Silly Mommy, what was your roles in the relationship? Did you have gender roles, or did you share all the tasks? I appreciate you, Afrogenic. Okay, Silly Mommy says, I don't really like cooking as well, but it's something I must do. More of a baker over here. Okay. Well, that's good. I do think it's important that whatever you do, be the best at it, because that's something that my mom, a value system my parents taught me. Whatever you're doing, be the best at it. So if you're going to handle your finances, know the most that you can about everything. Know about your bank. Do you know when bills are due? Do you know how much you need to keep in your account? Whatever you're doing, be the best at it. And especially in the relationship, be good at showing appreciation for the things that your partner is doing. And I think a lot of times that we kind of take each other for granted in a relationship. We'll say, oh, that's what my spouse does. That's what my wife does. That's what my girlfriend does. And when's the last time you said thank you for that, or gave them flowers, or took them out to eat? I know that's something maybe popular, maybe that women don't like to do, but I believe in that. Like, take them out to eat, treat them for a day. I don't think it's something that just women need a day out. And treat your man to a day out. Treat him to a day at the spot if he would enjoy that, or whatever, like his favorite show, if he wants to go to a football game, a basketball game. I think it's important to have that balance in a relationship, to do something that makes the other person happy. It can't always be all about you. And I think sometimes that's what a lot of people may think. And that's the reason why their relationship is going downhill, and they don't even realize that. It's not about you. It's not all about you. Yes, you have to take care of yourself, be happy, and all those things. But it's important to check in with who you're with, find out how things are going between the two of you. Are you communicating well? Are your needs being met? Have those conversations so that you can both be happy. Okay, Miss Full Roller. You miss baking? My husband is diabetic, so I don't bake like I did. Okay, Angela. Yeah, that's another thing that I've seen in relationships. My sister is the second oldest, and in her relationship, she had to change her cooking. Oh, Rochelle is up here, so I'm gonna invite Rochelle up. Thank you for your comment, Angela. Hey, Rochelle.
Hello. I was trying to type it all the time, but it keep getting cut out.
Okay.
I believe totally what God said. The man is supposed to work and bring in the the money,
Mhm.
and the wife is the manager, not the husband. The wife is the manager of the home. So when the husband get the money, he's supposed to put it in her hands. All of this in the Bible. Once God said, for me, that is it. We humans, we think we have the best logic, but our logic do not is not is not wisdom to God, and God's logic is not wisdom for us. So why you will see all these different ways of doing a marriage or a relationship, and why a lot of relationships are not working out because there is a t- t- tug of war. Who is leading who is the head? There's no head like that. uh, pa- Partners are supposed to be meet help a help sorry help me. A help me is my husband helps me, your husband then will say my wife helps me. There's nothing saying that the husband is supposed to rule the whole roost. There's a you're supposed to have a conversation, and then things can happen in a house, because if the husband take it upon himself to do something, then and the wife is not pleased, is corruption, bear fighting, bear resentment. So as Proverbs 31 tells you what a woman, a wife does, that will that will give us what we really, as women, especially as wives, especially, are supposed to do. She works in the house. She works outside. She have a ministry. She have a ministry. So that goes way beyond the home. So of course, now in this time, of course, you have to bend and go with the times. There is nothing wrong with a woman going and work outside. There is nothing with a man standing home. But that couple has to be in one accord. They have to be.
I think that's important, Rochelle.
Yes, it
That's
has
what
to.
I hear that all the time, that people do not discuss. It goes both ways. A husband cannot make a decision, and a wife can't make a decision until they come together, because you're going to have a big conflict without that conversation.
Yes. So uh, Genesis tells you how a husband is supposed to be. Proverbs 31 tells you how a wife is supposed to be. When we learn these two texts and what the Lord is telling us, then you will be able to be really a good example to others, because a marriage, especially, is a ministry. It's not only just for being just being married and happy and having children or not. And no, you're is a ministry. A ministry. So what is your marriage telling people? What are you telling people how to live? What eh, um minis, what are you ministering and saying what? you know. So I, as I said, once God say it is there, no human logic can tell me anything different. So I can understand being flexible. Like with me, I love being the the manager of the home, but I still have my own business. But I make sure that I manage the home. But of course, I can't go out no anymore. But I could manage my home at the best way I can. My my husband yes have to take on more responsibilities, but because we are in one accord. If we were never like that, my husband could have left me when I had the stroke. You understand? But because we are in one accord, he then was able to take up more responsibility. I could do what I can as a mother and a wife, and that is our ministry. So, and that's what when people see us, I remember one day a person saw Alex pushing me in the wheelchair, and we were in town, and the man just looked at me and said, "You to tell the man." He whispered it, but we still heard him. He said, "Well, he's a young man. What you basing he life, right?" And we heard him, right? And I tried to turn my neck, but did not work, But my husband, he did not hear, and he was closer to the man than me, but he did not. Okay, my husband shut his ears, especially for comments, especially when it comes towards me. He shuts his ears, right? So again, you have to be in one accord, because say that you meet a man and he said, well, I know it's not the norm and not what the Lord say, but Lord said once we are in one accord, and he said that I want to be the how the husband that stay home and you go and work. Nothing is wrong with that, because again, they talk about it, they're in one accord, and you won't have any problems with it.
I agree with that, Rochelle. That's why I think it's important for transparency in the dating stage of a relationship, and to just put things on the table. Like, one thing that I have always said from the beginning in any relationship, that I am a caregiver for my special needs sister, and I have my niece that I take care of. She's like my daughter. Like, that's important to me. And if they can't handle that, that's a package for me. And if you can't handle that, I would rather you stay away, because it's not going to change. Because I know sometimes people will think, okay, when we get married, things will change. But you have to have transparency from the beginning and let people know this is what it's going to be. This is not going to change. And if you can't expect this as a package,
right,
I'd rather you step off now.
I said, before I get married, before I was involved with anyone, I never liked to cook. Never. I hate cooking. I love baking, but I hate cooking. And I always said, in joke, I said, if I ever meet a man, I hope he's a chef or he can cook. And the Lord bring the best husband. He was training to be a chef, but then he changed. But he is a chef in our home, and he loved baking. So I told him before we got married, I said, I do not like to cook. Do you like to cook? He said, yeah, I always cooking. But I said, well, thank the Lord. then we are in one accord, because say that he did not like to cook,
It wouldn't work.
and if
That's
he
that's the same thing for me, Rochelle. Like when I was dating somebody before, and they said, "Oh, that's nice that you have that relationship with your sister and your niece, but when we get married, it's gonna have to be you're gonna have to cut that off." So
no,
I was like, I was like, no. I said it like I said. We're a
yeah,
package.
as
That's a
I
package.
yeah, as I say, if a person, man or woman, comes to you and they do not respect you and your opinions, um, straight out, that's not the person for you.
Hmm.
Like people who do not, who wants to do abstinence, abstinence, and they're always hitting at you and pushing you to do things that you don't want to do. They do not respect you
They
at
don't
all.
respect you.
Yeah, they do not. It's respect. They don't have any respect for you. When they get what they want, they will just
They'll
fizzle
leave.
away. And you get, and you will feel broken. Um, it'd be so broken, because that is a special part of you that you was keeping for the one who you think will be your only one. You understand? So as I say, again, my foundation is what God said, but you have to be um, flexible and in one accord, so to get to, so that your ministry and your marriage can be seen and copied and influence others to
Right.
be better.
Right.
That's all I had to say.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rochelle. Thanks for sharing your thoughts.
Bye bye.
Enjoy your day.
You too. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Yes, I see what Boss Life Online has to say. This is why you have to be honest with people from the beginning about what you have going on. And that's something that I see all the time in relationships that I don't like. People will put on a front, a facade, they'll lie about things. They'll say that they want things and they're not being honest. They'll say, "Oh, yeah, I'm an amazing cook." And they know they don't like to cook. They know that they're not even a good cook. Or they'll say, "I love traveling," but they like to be at home. Like people who try to make the person appealing to whatever they think that they want. But you can't keep that up in a relationship. I think it's so important for you to be honest from the beginning, to say exactly what you want. This is what you want, and mean it. Don't just say it just to maybe catch them, because for longevity in a relationship, you have to live your personal truth. You have to tell people what your desires are, what your needs are, whatever it is, what your situation is, how your health is, your finances, like up front. Say, this is the package, this is what's going on. I agree with that. Like Boss Life Online says, you have to be honest, because they're going to find out eventually. So it's no point in leading somebody on. Just tell people the truth from the beginning, like I do. I'm like, before this gets serious, you need to know this is my situation. It's not going to change. Can you handle that? And if you can't, I rather end it on good terms than later on for you to be like, no, I can't handle this. This is too much. I think whatever you have going on, I think this applies to people who have children. Like if you can't love whatever package that they have going on, it's best to just leave it alone than to get, the kids tied up in the feelings and stuff. If you just want to be with one person and you don't want to handle kids, stop involving people who have kids. I feel like it's not that complicated. If you want somebody that doesn't have kids, stop messing around with people who have kids. If you don't like pets, stop being with people who have pets. I feel like people just, maybe they're just lonely, or they're just making all kinds of things up just to catch people, just so that they can be with somebody. But eventually you're going to come back around full circle to what you really want. So why waste your time? Why waste their time? Why get your feelings, finances, and everything all tangled up? Just be you from the beginning of a relationship and say, exactly, this is what I want, this is what I expect, this is what I have going on, and just do that and be that. And also, I will say, don't listen to what maybe your family has to say, because maybe your family may not agree with your value system. I know me and my family, we butt heads all the time about this. They don't believe it's important for a man to do things in the home where I do. I don't come from the old school when it comes to things inside of the home. If he washes laundry, he can wash my laundry too, if he does that well. you know you have to help one another, but you also have to be honest with things that you don't like to do. Stop telling people you love to do things that you really don't love to do, or stop telling people I love sports if you don't love sports. Be honest, because in the end people are going to find out anyways, and they're going to be like, why did you deceive me? Why did you lie to me? you know be honest with yourself, be honest with them. All of that stuff, it matters in the end, because it shows the type of person you really are. Know what you want, know what you need, and stop getting in relationships until you know what you want and need. If you just want to hang out and mess around with people, then do that, but don't get married if you don't want to stay committed. you know that's just how it is from the beginning. So I just wanted to come to you guys and talk to you about this topic. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. I hope you guys are, whatever relationship you're in, whether you're in a relationship, you're single, know what you want, define that, and come to the table with transparency and let the others know, this is what I want in the relationship, this is what I need, this is my value system. Do you agree with it? So that when you go into the relationship, you're going to the relationship with the right person. You're not putting up a front. You're not pretending to be what society says, to be what that person wants. You got to know what you want to, in order to be happy. You can't do what somebody else wants, maybe because you may have an attraction to the person. You got to have some substance into yourself. You have to have a goal, what you want financially, mentally, spiritually, and be honest with that. Be real with yourself, be real with them. And in that way, you can be happy. You can be much happier when you're just yourself and you're not afraid to be. So don't be afraid to be yourself. And so much people out there, they are just trying to be like other people. If they see one person has this big home, these fancy cars, then that's what I want, because they want to mimic, they want to be like the Joneses. But what if you just want to live out in the wilderness and have a little tin shack, and that fulfills you and makes you happy? So do that. Don't worry about what somebody else may do or what somebody else may say. You have to get to your own level of happiness. That's the most important thing in life, to be happy in your role and your assignment in your life, to be walking along the path to your fulfillment as a person, as a man, as a woman. Working along with your life, with your goals. And so many people don't really know who they are. They don't really know what they want. So how can you be happy? You can't be happy in a relationship if you don't know what you want. you know Thank you, Angela. Yes, silly mommy, you do have to be honest with your partner. And so many people are not honest with their partner. And I feel like that's so sad. Why deceive somebody else? Why be something that you're not? You're wasting your time and theirs. And in the end, it's going to lead to heartbreak. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's so important for you to be honest with your partner. It's very important for you to be honest with yourself, and it doesn't matter what it looks like to other people. I know me as a woman, I struggled with that a lot. My thinking is not like societal norms. My structure of my family is not like societal norms. I don't have the same belief systems, and I had to learn that that's okay too. You can't look to other people for your happiness, even when it comes to your family. Sometimes the family members can drag you, they can drain you, and not give you what you want. You have to be happy within yourself. And sometimes family members just can't understand it, because I think sometimes as family members, we have certain things that we want from other people. We want certain goals for, hey, Pittsburgh, how are you, Mary? Welcome. Happy Sunday. I think sometimes as family members, we may even mean the best. We may want the best for our family members, but that may not be what they want. They may not be happy doing that. You may want somebody in your family to have kids. You may want somebody in your family to be a traveler. You may want somebody to do a certain job, but that may not be what they want. I think it's important in gender assignments and family assignments that we have to give people room to grow. And I had to step back from that too, to not judge other people in my family because they didn't have the same belief system as me. Or I don't think how would I say it? I'm not conservative, but I'm not liberal either. I think I'm in the middle. I'm more of a person who I just want each person to be happy. And for me, I had to learn that I have to be happy with myself at the end of the day, and they have to be happy with themselves at the end of the day. And you can't judge people for who they are. My personal system is I believe that you have to leave that to God. It's His assignment to judge them. So I'll leave that to Him, and I'm just going to be happy and fulfilled within myself, and I want them to be happy. So you have to give other people room to grow, and they have to give you room to grow. And sometimes people may not accept your belief system, especially family members. They will tell you, you have to do this and you shouldn't do this and you need to do this. But I kind of back off from those people a little bit to give people some room in between, because another important thing, especially in relationships, please be careful with what you share with other people, because there's some things that's personal within the relationship that you need to keep within your relationship. Um, I think sometimes we may run to our brothers or sisters, moms, dads, cousins with what's going on in the relationship. And I don't think that that's good, because that causes some friction sometimes, because you need to keep some privacy. Keep some privacy within your relationship. You don't need to let everybody know every single thing that they're doing. Oh, they didn't wash the laundry and I needed laundry. And then you start getting them thinking a certain way about who you're with. So, in order for you to get respect, you have to give respect to who you're with. Don't tell somebody something you wouldn't want somebody to tell about you. Learn to respect one another. And like I say all the time to my brothers and sisters, respect is earned, and you cannot expect me to respect you and you're not respecting me. And sometimes they may not feel like it's a disrespect, but you have to claim your respect. You have to claim your own love. You have to claim your own positivity, and you can't allow people to drain you. Even in a family, even in a relationship, you have to voice your feelings and let people know what you think, what you need, what you desire. I don't know if any of my mods are in here, but if any of my mods can drop a link to the Outstanding Featured Channel Member show that's going to happen in 10 minutes, I would appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I just want you to be happy, whatever it is. If you're single right now and you're dating, looking for somebody, I know that feeling, Mary. Trust me, I know that feeling. You left your family because I was drained so much. I know that feeling very well. And it's sad sometimes. I don't think maybe they know what they're doing, but it's very hurtful when people say things and they are always wanting more. They're always trying to tell you what to do, who to be with, and what you should be doing in your life. And they may not even themselves be handling their own business the way you would want. So that's why I feel like it's important sometimes to step back, and it's healthy to have space between you and family members and to tell them what you need. And tell them this is the reason why I'm giving you space, because you're not respecting me and I deserve respect. I command respect. And until you can give me respect, there's going to be distance between us. You know, thank you so much, Rochelle. I appreciate that. So I want to let you guys know, keep respecting yourself, respect your own wants, your own desires, your own happiness. You deserve it. And whatever it is that you want in your life, whatever it is that you are seeking, be happy in whatever you choose. Be happy in what decision you make. It doesn't matter if anybody is on board with that but you. The most important thing is, in your relationship, are you happy in your relationship? Are you respecting each other? Are you getting room to grow and to be? Yes, Pittsburgh Artist Studio. It's okay to do that. God does not want us to be hurt by anyone. Exactly. Self-respect and self-love will take you very far in your relationship. So I want to thank everybody for being here for the Sunday Talk Show. I hope you've enjoyed it, because I definitely have. So I hope you guys have a great day. Think about this topic. And next week, we're going to have another great topic. I will let you guys know when I put it up. I may do a preview of the show. And right now, we're going to go to the Outstanding Featured Channel Member show. It's every Sunday, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, along with Boss Life Online, Pandy's Hair Candy, and more. Be Amazing Sylvia. We are all a part of that. That's where we shout out our members of our channel. So if you have not joined my membership, please join my membership today. You would really love it, because we're going to shout you out. So thank you to everybody. And before I go, I want to do another shout out to my members of my channel: Boss Life Online, Bozo Calvin Jr., Team Ranger, Pandy's Hair Candy and More, Pittsburgh Artist Studio, Dunamis Sound Mind Services, the amazing Sylvia, Marlin's Music Channel. I thank you guys so much. And for those of you who can't join my membership, I still appreciate you. I appreciate your clicking your view. I appreciate you in cash apping me. I appreciate all of that so much. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for the dose of positivity. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you, Rochelle, Pittsburgh Artist Studio, Just Blogging Life, and everybody who was here, Boss Life Online, Silly Mommy for Life. Anybody that I missed, it's because of my brain and not my heart. You guys have a fantastic day, and keep being a blessing. Keep being the blessing that you are, and have the relationship that fulfills you and makes you happy. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive.